Once upon a time in a small village nestled in the heart of a lush valley, there lived a young boy named Kale. Kale was known throughout the village for his boundless energy and insatiable curiosity. He had a deep fascination with the mountains that surrounded their village, and his heart longed to explore the rugged terrain that loomed in the distance. One crisp morning, Kale approached his grandfather, an old man named Oren, who was revered for his wisdom. "Grandfather," Kale said, "I've been thinking about the mountains. I want to climb them, to see what lies on the other side. I want to conquer those great obstacles." Oren, with his wrinkled face and kind eyes, looked at his eager grandson. "Kale," he said, "the mountains hold many secrets and challenges. They are not to be taken lightly. But if you are determined to undertake this journey, I will offer you a piece of advice. In life, obstacles are not merely barriers, they are the teachers that shape us. Remember this as you venture into the mountains." With his grandfather's blessing and words of wisdom, Kale set out on his expedition. The mountains were magnificent, their peaks shrouded in mist, their slopes covered with ancient trees. The path was treacherous, with steep cliffs, thick forests, and wild rivers that tested Kale's resolve at every turn. But he pressed on, fueled by his determination to conquer the obstacles before him. As he journeyed deeper into the mountains, Kale encountered his first significant challenge: a raging river that barred his path. The river's swift current and icy waters were intimidating, but Kale remembered his grandfather's words. Instead of trying to force his way across, he observed the river and began to learn its rhythms. With patience and perseverance, he found a shallow ford and crossed safely to the other side. Further into the mountains, Kale faced even greater obstacles: a dense forest filled with thorns and vines that seemed impenetrable. Again, he remembered his grandfather's wisdom. Instead of hacking through the thicket, he decided to study the forest. Kale discovered that by following the creatures of the forest, he could find hidden paths and clearings. Slowly but surely, he made his way through the tangled woods. As Kale continued his ascent, he faced the greatest challenge of all: a towering cliff that appeared insurmountable. It was here that he truly understood the value of obstacles. He realized that the mountains were not meant to be conquered but embraced. They were not barriers to overcome but teachers to guide him. Kale turned back and began his descent, returning to the village with newfound wisdom. He told his grandfather of his journey and how the obstacles had been his greatest teachers. Oren smiled and said, "Kale, you have learned a valuable lesson. Life's obstacles are not meant to be defeated but understood. They shape our character, teach us patience and resilience, and guide us on our path." Years passed, and Kale became known not for conquering the mountains but for his wisdom and humility. He shared his grandfather's teachings with the villagers, reminding them that obstacles were not to be feared but embraced as opportunities for growth. And so, in that small village nestled in the valley, the story of Kale and his journey through the mountains became a timeless reminder of the importance of obstacles in shaping our lives and teaching us valuable lessons.